Imagine being so freaking smart that you cracked the multiverse. You make interdimensional travel seem like a piece of cake. You made yourself immortal, became the leader of every version of yourself. You basically become a god, with so much power in your hand that you can alter realities. But behind that overwhelming intelligence and power is a sad and broken man who was ready to give up all of this for his family. And yet today, you stand on the path of vengeance, driven with hate so strong you will crush anything in your way to find him. So let's tell the world why nobody should or could walk the path you've walked. Because if they did, they wouldn't survive it. You were happy once, just a smart guy in a garage with a wife who loved you and a daughter who looked up to you. Then he showed up. He offered you a shortcut, portal tech, infinite power, the keys to the multiverse. You said no, so he made you pay. A bomb through a portal wiped out Diane and Beth in an instant. Just like that, your whole life gone. You didn't want to be a god, but after that, you turned yourself into something worse. You built portal travel, not to explore the multiverse, but to hunt him down. And ever since that day, you haven't stopped. You hunted Ricks across the multiverse, killing so many versions of yourself that the rest eventually gave up and bowed down. They built you a kingdom, the Citadel of Ricks. But you didn't care about ruling. You only cared about finding him. And eventually, you did. You found Rick Prime's original dimension, but he was already gone, leaving behind a daughter and a grandson, so you moved in. Let them believe you were their Rick. You took Morty, Rick Prime's actual grandson, and made him your sidekick. You told yourself it was healing, a fresh start, but it wasn't. It was just another way to hide from everything you couldn't fix. You used to be a family man, a father, a husband. You would have done anything for them, but now you're just a drunk genius impersonating someone else's dad, hiding in a garage while holding the keys to the multiverse. You've mastered science but lost your soul. You drag Morty around the cosmos, not for bonding, but because his dumbness literally hides your genius brainwaves. You once handed him a chemical that wiped out the entire planet and didn't blink. When things went south, you bailed to another dimension where you and Morty were already dead, then buried their bodies and took their place like nothing happened. Morty, now traumatized. But for you, just another Tuesday. You even cloned your daughter and sent one into space, then wiped your own memory so you'd never have to know which one came back. And every day, you keep jumping dimensions, pretending like none of it matters. Somewhere out there, your actions are shaping a different kind of Morty. One who sees you for what you are. One who's coming for the citadel you helped build. A Morty who's done being your camouflage. Evil Morty played the long game. He infiltrated the Citadel, rose to president, and tore everything down. He hacked your portal fluid, exposed the central finite curve, a prison you built to trap yourself in universes where you're always the smartest. Then he destroyed it and vanished into the infinite multiverse. You tried to fix portal travel, but instead, you accidentally reset every portal traveler in existence, including yourself. You were yanked back to dimension C137, the same place where your family died, still trapped in the grief loop you built. And that's when it hit you. Rick Prime was back too. Reset. Vulnerable. You followed the trail, found his lair and walked straight into the trap. He was ready. He killed Slow Mobius, beat you and Evil Morty like it was nothing, until Evil Morty flipped the script, swapped places with Morty, and outplayed him. You got back up, and finally, after everything, you beat Rick Prime to death. But when it was over, there was no relief, no satisfaction, just silence. You got your revenge, and it meant nothing. He's gone, and you're still broken.